What's up, y'all? What's up? What's going on, y'all? Make sure this mic is right. What's up? What's up? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. I got the mic on today. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? What's up, y'all? Let me know if y'all can hear me in the mic. Just give me a thumbs up. Just give me if y'all can hear me. I hope y'all doing good today. Coach Cookie, what's going on? How you doing? Coach Jason, what's up, my guy? What's going on? Y'all can hear me good. Okay, awesome. Awesome, man. Guys, I got a treat for y'all tonight, man. We're going to chop it up a little bit. We're going to talk about how to have a successful youth football program. I'm going to give you 10 keys to a successful youth football program. And really, these are the same keys I've been using for forever. And this is really going to build a solid foundation for you. I had to kind of get my lumps and my bumps and bruises with these keys, but man, I'm super excited. As always, feel free to drop questions as I go along, guys. I'm here to answer your questions, your coaching questions, youth football questions, you name it. My goal is to make sure you guys have a successful youth football season. Let me see. Gabe says, thoughts on Cali youth football getting banned? Yeah, man, we talked about that on the last live, and most of us are pissed. You know, a lot of us think it's BS. I think it's BS because if you're going to ban youth football, you need to ban all the other sports too, because concussions can happen with any sport. I mean, I got daughters who cheerlead. I got daughters who play softball, and I've seen girls get hit in the head with the baseball. I've seen girls fall on their face and hit their head on the ground. You know, so I feel like if you're going to ban youth football, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Everybody coming in. I feel like if you're going to ban youth football, you need to ban the other sports too until the kids, you know, turn 12. If you're going to do it, you know, my question is, why in the hell are you targeting youth football? You know, California. You know, that's my thing. Do he have a beef? Did the person who's trying to do this, you know, didn't make the football team or something? Like, was he trash on the football field? Because I feel like anybody who played football and understand the game of football, I don't think they'll try to ban football at any age group, you know, in my opinion. You know, love to know what y'all think about that. TJG says, when you hosting a coaching clinic, man, you know, it's funny. I told the group last time, I said that I'm going to be doing a coaching clinic in my playbook club. For you guys who don't know, I do have a playbook club where, you know, my group of coaches, my circle of coaches, we all meet. And guess what? You're invited. You can join the playbook club, man. That's where I'm doing my coaching clinics and all of that good stuff. My first coaching clinic is going to be called Beastology, and it starts in the month of February. So I invite you to join me in this coaching clinic. We're going to chop it up the same way we do here, but I do it a lot more and more at scale, for sure, for sure. All right, y'all. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the 10 keys of a successful youth football program, man. I hope y'all are excited about this. We're going to talk about the 10 keys of a successful youth football program to build a foundation for you. I'm going to give you the first one, and we're going to go from there. So I think the reason why most of my programs my program has been successful since I started, but I think the reason why we're the standard in our league is because of these 10 keys, okay? The first key to having a successful youth football program is to have a coaching philosophy. Like, you got to know what your coaching philosophy is, guys. Like, you can just coach to run plays and stuff like that, but if you don't have a coaching philosophy, you don't have a soul. Your program don't have a soul, okay? You know, when your program doesn't have a soul, you're in trouble. You know what I mean? Because you really don't have a direction. You don't have a GPS. For example, and I'm going to give you some examples of how to form a coaching philosophy or of a coaching philosophy. My coaching philosophy is the strong man beast mentality. Okay. The strong man beast mentality. I formed this coaching philosophy over the years. For you guys who don't know, I have a military background, and I also have a blue collar dad. I had a really blue collar dad that was a tree trimmer, and he didn't play no games. And so a lot of what we do in my program, it's absolutely rooted in hard work, blue collar mentality. It's built in strength. The reason why we say strong man is, a few years back, about 6-7 years back, I was working out to become a strong man. I had got up to like 314. I got up to like 314, and I was big. And I mean, I actually got a gym in my house, guys, where I still work out. And so I wanted to make sure that my players understand and knew what it meant to know how to push the line, have leverage. And I wanted everybody in my program to be strong. Everybody to be strong. Y'all bear with me. I'm gonna try to get to y'all questions as I talk about this concept as well. Mr. Day said, you never added me. Mr. Day, I need you to DM me, because I get too many of you guys DMing me. And the thing about it is, if I can't get you right there, I'm going to get to you. Like, I can't just get to you. So DM me tonight, and I'll try to get to you. That's the thing. Or just be patient, my man. I try to get to you guys as fast as I can, but unfortunately AI haven't caught up with me just adding you guys when y'all send me a request. All right. So yeah, guys. So make sure that you have a coaching philosophy before you do anything else. Okay. And look, this philosophy can be real simple, guys. Your coaching philosophy can be, we got a blue collar mentality. We got a real blue collar mentality. And so everything we do is hard work, grit, grind, you name it. That's fine. But be true to it. Okay. All right. Number 2. What is your motivation in your program culture? This is another big one. This is a huge one, actually. What is your motivation and culture? I'm going to give you my program's motivation and culture, okay? I'm going to give you a few examples. Hard work, professionalism, teamwork, sportsmanship, community, okay? And the biggest one in our culture is community. Like, we're so dedicated to the community that we don't believe nobody can do community outreach and community work connecting with people better than our youth football program. Nobody can do it better. You see this? Do y'all see this check behind me? Check this check out behind me, guys. Y'all see that? That was the check I was awarded by ESPN and State Farm for our community work. So, that's something we take pride in, because we believe if we reach more people, we're going to reach more kids, and it's going to create more opportunities for us to develop kids, develop these young athletes to be amazing. So Coach Cookie says, finally started my own youth football camp. Any advice? Hey, you hang tight. Thanks, Mr. Beast. You hang tight, because I'm going to get to football camps. Okay. That's awesome. First of all, congratulations on that. Congratulations on that, for sure. All right, let's see here. TC says, can't ban football in the South. They will go crazy. Yeah. Oh, hey, if they try to ban football in the South, man, it'd be anarchy, man. It'd be the Purge 4 if they try to ban football down here in the South. Football is a religion down here. You know what I mean? And y'all bear with me. I'm drinking my cup of coffee while I'm doing this. All right, guys. And of course, like I said, if y'all have any questions or anything like that, please let me know. Please let me know. How many championships have you won? I am 2-1 with championships. I am 2-1 with championships. Let's see here. All right, let's see. And let me say something to that before I get into point three. Yeah, let me get into that with point three. When it comes down to coaching youth football, championships is the last thing you need to worry about. And the longer you do this, the more you realize nobody give a damn about your championships and how many championships you won. Okay, I got trophies back here and I got plaques back here, and you realize that, you know, if ladies on here, forgive me, no disrespect with what I'm about to say. Winning a championship is like trying to go after the hottest girl in the school, and you finally get that chance to date her. You know, you guys are able to be intimate and all of that, and then after you finally get her in bed, you wake up the next day. It was like, that was it. That's it. You realize that championships ain't really why you do it. It shouldn't be the motivating factor at all. I mean, I enjoy winning. I love winning. That's my lifestyle. I love winning. I consider myself a winner, right? But when we accomplish the goal of winning the championship, I'm like, man, why was I tripping so bad about a championship? I had so many other wins that didn't relate to no championship. You see this check back here? I'm the only coach that I know received an award by ESPN and State Farm, right? This is bigger than any championship trophy I ever won, right? It means more to me than any championship trophy I ever won. I got a plaque back here. You guys can't see it, but I got a plaque back here that's Coach of the Year award, right? That means more to me than any trophy because it lets me know I was doing something right in the community for the kids, for the parents. I was making a major impact in my neighborhood. So you want to focus on, going back to what I said about culture in point two, focus on what matters to you the most. And I'm here to tell you, if championships matter to you the most in youth football, you won't be in it long. You're going to put yourself in a category of coaches that get talked about, right? So set goals outside of a championship in youth football, because nobody give a damn about your winning record in youth football or championship in youth football but you. I'm just being honest. You know, or if you care about championships so much, you should be a high school coach where your record matters, where your winning percentages matter. But it don't really matter on the youth level. I'm sorry to say. All right, let's see. Serge says, what's the best type of offense to run in an all-star football game for 9U? You know, that's tough because, you know, it's according to your personnel. If it's an all-star game, I'm going to tell you what I've done because I've head coached a few all-star games. I just ran my system. I ran the BEAST offense, okay? The first year I ran, we ran the single back formation and the Maryland I formation. And then when I coached the all-star game again, I ran the BEAST formation. And we was undefeated both, you know, I got a perfect record as it relates to that in the all-star game. So I say run your system, whatever your system is, because usually you don't practice a lot for the all-star game. You only usually have a week and a half. And, you know, I just install my BEAST system and we just do what we do there. Great question. Great question. All right, so let's get to point three. This is the third key, guys, into building a successful youth football program. Your coaching staff. This is a big one. This is a really big one. And of course, guys, as I go along here, please drop your questions. I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. Your coaching staff is so important because if you don't have a coaching staff that is in alignment with your coaching philosophy, and you're going to learn as I go down here, everything connects, okay? If you don't know your coaching philosophy, you will let anybody be on your coaching staff. And then you'll start clashing with people who don't agree with your philosophy, whether you know your philosophy or not. Everybody got a philosophy, whether they know it or not. But if you got a strong philosophy, it's going to help shape your culture, and then it's going to dictate the type of coaches you have on your staff. Okay. Now I'm finna give y'all a bomb. Okay. Y'all ready for this? I'm finna give y'all the biggest nugget I can give y'all right now. You need to treat your youth football program like a high school prep program. Okay. I'm going to say that again. You need to treat your youth football program like a high school prep program. And here's why. If you was a head coach for a 7A high school, all right, one of the best high schools in the state, your state, right? You wouldn't just hire any Tom, Dick, and Harry to be on your coaching staff, right? So why do we do that in youth football? We try to get the first dude to say, I'm interested in coaching on your staff. No, vet these guys, okay? These guys and gals, okay? Of course, most leagues have like background checks and certifications and stuff. You need to have your own system and process and how you vet people who want to be on your staff. These are a few things that I look for, guys. I'm finna give you an example to help you out. I need coaches who are big on respect. I need coaches who are big on commitment, meaning that they keep their word. They show up to practice on time, consistently. If they can't make it to practice, they let me know. They don't come up with no bullshit excuse, right? Another trait I look for is a coach that got high IQ. I want somebody who's smart, who's willing to learn, who's a listener more than a talker. Y'all got me? I want a coach that has strong EQ. EQ means emotional intelligence. In other words, I don't need somebody that's such a big hothead. He's ready to fight and get us kicked out of the program. Get us kicked out the league for the entire season because he can't control his temper. I need somebody who has good EQ. They're not quick to fight and do all kind of BS like that, right? And then the last trait I look for in my coaches is drive. Is this person driven, or is he a lazy SOB, right? Is he lazy, don't want to be consistent? He got a track record of not being consistent, right? I don't want them kind of guys in my program. And I had to learn that over time, because guess what? If that's your standard, if my standard is respect, commitment, IQ, EQ, and drive, when people come and want to coach in my program and I hold them to that standard, they're going to either not like it, and leave, or they're going to stay and love my program. It's that simple. Like, literally, the values that you have in place it's like your filtering system, right? It's like your filtering system. Like, if you don't want a hothead in your program and you holding these coaches to the standards and say, hey, like, we need dudes who are professional, who know how to communicate, who know how to control their temper, how to deal, especially dealing with these parents. You got to know how to communicate and be smart, not get triggered fast, because we know fans talk shit, parents talk shit, other coaches talk shit. Kids can even talk shit, right? So you need to be the type of coach that's able to control your temper enough so you don't do something you regret later on, like hit a kid, fight with a parent, slap a ref, and now one of your assistant coaches just calls you the entire league. Got you barred from the entire league for the year. You see it happen every year. You see videos every year, right? Of coaches fighting refs and shootings and all that crap. Let's see. Leah said, I think you're looking for me in youth football. That's what's up. You see how, like, when you know what you're looking for, how people connect to it? You got to have people who you are in alignment with, man, in your program. If you got people you're not in alignment with, the first thing you're going to deal with, you're going to have people clash with your coaching philosophy. Then they're going to lose respect for you. Now it's tension in your program. Now this person's so pissed he's talking shit about you behind your back. Now other coaches or parents looking at you a certain way, because this guy has been spewing all kind of poison in your program. And now you're not having fun. You don't want to coach no more because it seems like everybody turned against you. But if you already had that standard there, that philosophy and that culture built, right? Now you're able to choose the right coaches to really help accelerate the program opposed to really kill the program. And I hope y'all feel me on that. I hope y'all understand where I'm coming from. I hope that makes sense. Do that make sense? Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense. Or hit that like button or whatever IG got here. All right. Key number 4. I can make a whole video on that coaching staff. And again, guys, if you have questions or anything like that, feel free to drop them in the comments. All right. So number 4, key number 4, the X's and O's. The X's and O's. What I mean by that is you got to have a system or concept in which you formulate your game plans. You got to know what type of coach you are as in terms of a play caller. I'm going to give you an example. So on the youth football level, I'm a single wing offensive coach, right? So I run the BEAST offense. The BEAST offense is a single wing offense. Okay. So everything I do runs through that vein of single wing offense. Okay. Now the thing about the X's and O's, the X's and O's may change based on your personnel. Okay. So you don't have to be as concrete with the X's and O's, but you do need to have a concrete philosophy of how you coach your formation. So like I said, for me, I'm a single wing coach. We run single wing. You know, I got some run and shoot concepts in there. Y'all know I run a little RPO in there. And I also run gap schemes, okay? I run gap schemes, so we gap block a lot. But guess what? You know, a lot of my concepts are changing to wide zone. A lot of my concepts are changing to wide zone. And as I continue to study and learn more about wide zone concepts, I'm going to more than likely be a wide zone guy, you know? If I get the opportunity, that is looking like I may end up coaching on the high school level this year at another high school. Definitely wide zone concepts is what I want to go with, but I may not run single wing, right? I may not run single wing. I may run pro style. I may run, 12 personnel. I don't know, but I know wide zone is a big part of my coaching philosophy. With you guys, this is why I tell you guys, look, run the BEAST offense if you're unsure about kind of your X's and O's and what you want to do, because number one, the BEAST offense is a very easy formation to install, and it's an easy formation to dominate in. You can have a big offensive line or a small offensive line and still gash teams for, 40 points. We average over 35 points per game running the single wing, right? We average over 35 points per game. And, for me personally, the single wing offense is a great offense if you got average kids, right? Going against a really athletic team. Like the BEAST offense is the great equalizer. I heard a coach say that to me a few years back, and he was right. The BEAST offense is a great equalizer because if you got an average team, average quarterback, average running backs, you can run the BEAST offense and they think you freaking are the Tennessee Titans or the Detroit Lions. Shout out to Detroit for the big win today, the dub today. But, the BEAST offense is great for youth football because most teams have maybe one or two kids who are stud athletes, right? And then everybody else is average. Well, with the BEAST offense or even any kind of single wing concept, it allows you to be a very great football team and beat up on teams with an average personnel. And that's why I say run it. And that's why the BEAST is a part of my X's and O's, my overall concept. On the high school level, I'm going to run a variation of the BEAST. It's going to be a part of my package. It's probably not, I'm not going to just run the BEAST every down more than likely, but it's definitely going to be a part of it. Single wing is going to be a part of my concepts for sure. All right. Before I go to the next key, let me make sure I don't miss any of y'all questions. Let me see. Coach Cookie said, got two coaches with the same vision, drive, passion to help these little development. And it's a great feeling knowing we're on the same page. I see what you're saying. Yeah, like I'd rather have coaches who I'm on the same page with opposed to coaches who are football guys and they really smart with football, X's and O's, but they arrogant, ego-driven, and they don't respect nobody. They hotheads. Screw that. Give me some guys who may not know their X's and O's as much, but they big on respect. They're professional. I can rely on them. They're committed. You know, they're consistent. Give me those guys opposed to dudes who talk shit and be negative all the time. And see, I'm a positive person. I hate negativity. I hate negativity. You know, that's why sometimes, guys, you know, I may know somebody's trolling me, and I just go ahead and put them in check because I'm just big on positivity. Life's too short to be a negative asshole, at least in my opinion, you know? And so somehow in the internet, trolls have managed to play a role of being the shit of the internet. But I try to, you know, keep it positive over here, guys, because we all in this for the same reason. It's for our kids, man. And it's to make an impact in this world, right? All right, key number 5. Y'all ready for key number 5? Key number 5 is organization of practice. In other words, what's your practice structure, okay? What's your practice structure? Do you have a method to your madness? When I first started coaching youth football, and I've always been kind of natural with organization, but when I first started coaching football, we practiced 4 days a week and we did defense and offense every day that week, right? We half of the practice would be offense, half of the practice would be defense, and then we'll leave a segment for special teams. Now that has changed, okay? Now we practice 3 days a week. We may go 4 if it's a day I know we really need to work, but we'll practice 3 days a week. Monday is our offensive day. We do all things offense and development. Tuesday is defensive day. And then Wednesday, we don't practice because a lot of people go to church. If you're from the South or know the South, man, you know, it's football and church, you know. So we don't practice on Wednesday. And then we come back to it Thursday. And, you know, we'll basically do offense and defense, kind of our game plan and our run-throughs, and we'll scrimmage. Now, another thing we do, we dedicate a lot of time to special teams. So we may dedicate 25, 30 minutes to special teams every day. Because we discovered special teams score us 7 to 14 points every game because we put such an emphasis on it, man. Like it's almost like bonus points for us, right? So we do that every day. And then, like I said, Thursdays, we do more walkthrough. We scrimmage a little bit. We scrimmage every day too. That's another thing that's key. We scrimmage just about every day. Ray, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? Hope you're doing good. But yeah, like, so think about it this way. We have a offensive focus day, a defensive focus day. We have a game planning day. You know, back in the day, you know, people used to call it just walkthrough. I don't like calling it walkthrough because it's a little bit more than walkthrough for us. We're actually game planning. We're rehearsing what we're going to do and to make sure everybody's on the same page. And then we'll scrimmage it. And then, you know, from there, we're ready. I don't like burning my guys out. I like my guys to be 100% fresh going into a game on Saturday, right? So that's why I give Friday a day off. I don't want my kids sore and beat up because I practice 4 or 5 days a week and they're playing at 80%. I want them to play at 100%. Mafi, what's up, man? How you doing? Ray said, I'm good. Them Eagles killing me, though. Man, hey, check this out. I checked out the Eagles score about 30 minutes, an hour ago. I just left. I was like, well, they having a meltdown anyway this year. I mean, they having a nightmare season anyway. So to me, they're not a championship team. A lot of heads are going to roll in the Eagles organization in the offseason. That's how I feel about it. Do me a favor, Ray. Give me an update on the score. The last time I seen the Eagles had a goose egg. And guys, again, let me know if y'all got any questions based on anything that I'm talking about. I love to answer your questions about the things that we're talking about. All right. Slick man, what's up? Let me see here. And I'm gonna go on to the next key. Oh man, 9 to 25. That's sad. That's pathetic. And the Eagles was my pick at the beginning of the season to win it all. Not anymore. I mean, the Packers beat the crap out of God, who they play? I just had a brain fart. The Packers beat the crap out of whoever they played. I forgot, forgot like that. Y'all help me out in the comments, man. It's been a long day. All right. But I'm going to tell you who I'm rooting for in the playoffs. I'm rooting for the Detroit Lions, man. I'm rooting for them boys. Like, I love underdog teams, man. I'm rooting for them. Now I just went. Yeah, they beat. Yeah, thank you, baby. Thank you, Miss Beast. Yeah, they beat the crap out of Dallas. Dallas should be ashamed of themselves. Everybody saying, yeah, go Cowboys. Cowboys. This is Cowboys here. Hell no. I think the Cowboys here. Them the choke boys. Yeah, Cookie said. Them the choke boys. Them boys. The Cowboys got to learn how to win consistently. That's their problem. And their owner is their problem. Jerry Jones is their problem. So, like, the Cowboys got to learn how to win consistently. They can't just be good at home. They got to be good away. Then they need to have a season where they're really good, go deep in the playoffs, and then we'll talk about championship once they show they can go deep in the playoffs. They like my Dolphins. They're like my Dolphins. I love Tua Tagovailoa and Waddle and Tyreek Hill, all of them. But guess what? They're going to get the same results until they learn how to win consistently. And they defense trash. I can say it. I'm a Dolphins fan. They trash. They defense trash. They need a better defense. So anyway, back to the keys. All right. So let me do a brief review for everybody who just came in. So right now we're at 6. So key number 1. You need to know and have your coaching philosophy. That's so important. You got to have your coaching philosophy down pat. That's the soul. That's the freaking soul of your program. If you don't know your coaching philosophy, I mean, it's like being somebody who lost their mind. You just going as the wind blows, okay? Number 2, you got to build culture and know what's your motivator. What gets your program fired up? What gets everybody from the student athletes to the parents, to volunteers, to coaches, to you fired up? For us, it's community. We love doing crap in the community. We're like the heroes of the community. And that's the way I communicate it to everybody in our program. We're the heroes in this community. If we do what nobody else does, we solve problems, right? That's what we do. Then number 3, coaching staff. Coaching staff. You need to know the type of coaches you want in your program. Because if you got coaches who don't align with your values, you're going to have a nightmare season, my friend. And you're going to be ready to fight them coaches, and they're going to be ready to get you out of the program. You need coaches who are in alignment with your coaching philosophy. That doesn't mean y'all won't disagree from time to time or bump heads. I mean, that's football, right? That's being human. But when they don't respect you and they're inconsistent, not committed, they're hotheads and all of that, you don't want that in your program, right? Let's see. Danforth said, Coach, what team won the Super Bowl? What you talking about, my man? What Super Bowl? Last year? 1992? 1973? Let me know. All right, and number 4, we talked about the X's and O's. What is your system? What is your game plan? What formations do you run? I said that I run the single wing offense. I'm a single wing guy, meaning I run the BEAST offense. The BEAST offense is a single wing offense. We also run some run and shoot concepts as well. And, very soon I'll be running wide zone, right? And then number 5 is organization of practice. How is your practice structure? How do you do what you do? If you got a bad practice structure, your kids won't properly develop. Okay, that's like putting a cake in the oven, and you don't know how long you're gonna do it, the process, the steps of doing it, and you expecting that cake to taste amazing. 9 times out of 10 is gonna taste like trash, and it's gonna go in the trash, right? Organization of practice helps you know how to bake the cake. In other words, how to develop your kids, okay? Now let's go to number 6, scheduling. Scheduling. Like, guys, look, if you don't do nothing else, create a schedule. I literally create a 12-month schedule of everything we're going to do, okay? Everything from community events to practice to when I'm going to do parent meetings, coaches meetings, what time we going to show up to the field, the game field. Like, I got all of that already hashed out. Because when you got things scheduled, it helps you to avoid fires, okay? Fires. I was finna say a really naughty word. In other words, I was finna say, it helps you not to be a fuck up, okay? When you just random and you don't have things scheduled, all of a sudden, stuff just start happening. Parents don't show up on time. Coaches aren't consistent. People start making up excuses. But when you got a schedule and you're organized, now that's where that professional factor comes in. Because if your program is organized, I'm telling you, your athlete's going to start being organized. Everybody in your program be organized. And the only people who won't like it is unorganized people. People who don't like to follow a schedule. The only people is going to hate a schedule is unorganized, unprofessional people who don't like a schedule. Okay? And that's good for you because now you're filtering out people who don't need to be in your program anyway. They're going to be headaches anyway. Right? And guys, I can admit, I got a high standard when it comes down to building my programs. I'm a program developer. Like, that's who I am as a coach. Like, if I had a superpower and I can tell you what my superpower was as a coach, I'm a program developer. I develop programs into successful programs. That's what I do. I don't really get a fix on winning a championship because I'm a winner in life. I know what winning looks like when, little Johnny who has no football skills at all become a football player. Or the stud of the football team that's used to getting detention and getting F's on his report cards becomes an AB on a roll student. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the crap that drives me, y'all. It's not getting that little ring that, I always laugh because, we got a ring when we won the championship recently. And I looked at that ring, man, I laughed, man. I'm like, man, go and buy me a real ring and put it on. Buy Miss Beast a real ring and go go there. I'm not big on look, if you big on winning, good for you. I'm not gonna knock you, but my values is making an impact in the community, man, and seeing these kids' lives change and positioned to be successful people, to be good people. That's what I value. I value helping people become good people in society. It's too many kids, good football players, but they getting killed. They dropping out of high school, And I know that we're not the only ones that play a role in that. But if you're just concerned about, it happens a lot in the South too, bro. Like, I see so many teams that are good at football, but their kids end up in jail. Their kids end up dropping out of high school. They end up just being nothing. I hate the low lives. I put it like that. I'm going to say nothing. That's too strong, but just end up being low lives. And that's not good. If I can help these kids graduate high school and go to college, that's what I want to do. Teacher said, what about coaches just staying in their own lane? Do you ever have that problem? Yeah, man. I had that problem more so early on in my coaching career. I don't have it much now because I'm very black and white at the beginning of the season because I want to make sure that my coaching philosophy and my culture is strong, right? I make sure that it's strong. And it helps too that, my degree is in human resource management. My college degree is in human resource management. So I'm used to hiring and firing and letting people go or putting people in check. I'm used to it. It's kind of a part of my skill set a little bit. But yeah, like every year, coach, I'll tell you, somebody will try you. Every year you'll have somebody trying you. And you have to be willing to not be a yes man. Like you can't say yes to everything now. That's when they really going to start trying to run over you. And then they'll start trying to do stuff behind your back. I actually had a parent try to do this. They said, hey, coach, I want to do a fundraiser for the program. I want to raise money for some of the kids who don't have them. And I said, we already have fundraisers organized in our program. Now, mind you, I'm a hell of a fundraiser. That's what I'm good at, right? I mean, we get thousands of dollars. And this too, we didn't even need a fundraiser. Like, we had about $8,500, 10 grand, you know, for whatever we needed. So my mindset was, number one, we don't need a fundraiser. It's outside of that schedule that I was just talking about, right? And then number two, what are you fundraising for? You know, are you trying to keep the money yourself? Because we don't need it. Like, we don't need the money, right? So make a long story short, I said, no, we're not going to do it, whatever. And then oh man, and I know Miss Beast is listening to this. They ended up doing a fundraiser and then make no money. I think one of the parents made $32 and she moved and kept the money. With $32 isn't crap for us in our program, right? $32 wouldn't buy what? It'll probably buy water bottles at Academy Sports. But she took the money when she moved, like the next week. So my theory is that one reason why she wanted to do a fundraiser was to try to get some money, some moving money. You see what I'm saying? So her ass was grass in my program anyway. Yeah, Miss Beast just said, oh Lord, I remember. Yeah. And so you have to be very intentional about who you let do what. I don't let nobody control the fundraising but me or the VP. Because people steal. I hate to say it. People do fundraisers, do their own, and they take the money and run. So yeah, great question. All right, so we're down to key number 7, y'all. Key number 7. Recruiting. The big R word that's not respected in youth football. People hate the word recruiting in youth football. You have to know and have a strategy of how you're going to attract talent in your youth football program. There's a lot of people that don't like the word recruiting. I don't give a damn, because at the end of the day, that's what it is. What you want to call it, scouting. We can call it attracting kids or getting kids to play football, It's recruiting. And look, if you want to have a competitive team, you got to have some kind of strategy in place to attract talent, recruit talent to your program, okay? And this is the thing. What type of players do you need for your program? What type of players do you look for, to make sure your program is the best version of itself, right? For me personally, I'm always looking for my offensive line first, okay? I'm looking for my big boys first. I don't look for my skill guys. Why? Because I know as an experienced coach that the teams that go far in the playoffs or win championships are teams that can block well. Really good blocking teams. So I want to make sure we're the best blocking team in the league. That automatically gives us a chance to go deep. So we're looking for the big boys first, and then we go. The first skill guy I'm looking for is my quarterback. I'm looking for my quarterback. And then a lot of the kids, you got a lot of kids who fast and elusive and got different skill sets with speed. But I like to find a quarterback that's either a dual threat guy or a high IQ passing quarterback. I've had a lot of success. See, I'm in Alabama too, y'all. I'm in Bama by way of Tuscaloosa and Birmingham. So we are full of skilled kids. We got skilled kids for that. Literally, the third string running back on my team could have been a starting running back for any other team. As a matter of fact, that kid is a all-American track star in high school right now. Yeah, he was my third string running back. You know, my first string running back, he played for a 7A high school here in Alabama, Hillcrest High School. Some of you probably already heard of Hillcrest. It's a 7A high school. They was undefeated this year. They lost in the semifinals in state. They lost to the team. They lost to Saraland. Have y'all heard of Saraland? That's the kid, Ryan Williams, who Bama wanted, that decommitted. He just decommitted. That's the team they lost to. So, like, you got to be, in my point to this, you got to have a recruiting strategy, and you got to attract talented kids, y'all. Like, you don't have to have an elite team. Now, when I say talented kids, I'm not talking about getting an elite team. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is you need a good kid at quarterback who can make plays happen for you, or at least game manage. You need kids that are not afraid to tackle, and you need kids that got a little speed to be able to rush the edge, okay? If all your kids are below average, it's going to be hard to win games. You know, it's going to be hard for them to just do what they need to do. But if you got an average offensive line and like you run the beast offense, bro, you're going to do some damage. You're going to do some damage with if you got an average team and you may have a good quarterback and maybe one good running back, you're going to do a lot of damage. But imagine if you got a good quarterback, two good running backs, two good wide receivers, you got dogs at defense, you know, you're going to do even better. If you like with me, I kid you not with what I'm about to tell you. I had, with my offensive line, I had three really big hogs, right? I had one kid that was 5'8", 265. He's a total athlete and stud now. One of the smartest kids I ever had, named JJ. Shout out to JJ. I had my center at the time. He was actually, with my 11 and 12-year-old team, he was 10, but he was 235 pounds. Shout out to Elias, my best center I ever had. And then I think he was my play side tackle. He was 5'10", 265, big. This is 12U I'm talking about, right? You know, and that's shout out to Dorian. And I feel like I'm missing another big hog. We had G Money, we called him. We had another kid named G Money. So like we attract really big kids, but I'm intentional about that. I'm not just having practice or giving flyers to the school and hope big kids come. No, man, I'm talking to the PE coach. I'm doing barbecues. I'm doing stuff to feed them, all of that stuff. Like, do stuff that got food related, and it's going to attract a lot of kids. And look, your best marketers when you are recruiting is the kids, okay? Like if you got players that's coming back next year, or even former players, they got brothers, they got little brothers, they got cousins, right? They got people that they know that will play football for you. So use your student athletes to market and recruit for you, because they're your biggest assets, especially in youth football, but even in high school level. Kids talk to kids. Kids want their homeboy to play on the team with them. Y'all feel me? So definitely do that. Redbeard said, growing big in Bama. Yes, sir. You know what, though? Redbeard, I'm going to give you some intel with Alabama, man. At least in Tuscaloosa. Tuscaloosa got a lot of talented running backs, quarterbacks, dual threat guys, wide receivers, like athletes. But they don't have really, like, we have a lot of big kids, but we don't have it's not enough to go around. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not enough big kids to go around. So if you get 3 or 4 big kids who are dogs, or who's just average, that you can develop into above average players, you got the golden ticket. Like, the chances of you going deep in the playoffs are high because everybody got talented running backs. Most of those running backs in youth football, they're going to go up to 7A. They're going to be playing for County High, Hillcrest. They're going to be playing for Bryan Central High School. They're going to play for all of those big schools when they get to the high school level. So Alabama notorious for skill guys. It's the big guys that, you know, kind of a dime a dozen a little bit until they hit their growth spurts in junior high, JV, and high school. Coach Cookie said, I'm trying to put Chicago youth on the map. It's just damn too cold right now. Yeah, man, y'all cold, man. Hey, right now, it's about, I think it's 30 here, but the wind chill going to be like 0 in Alabama. That's not heard of. The kids not even going to school tomorrow because it's so cold in Alabama. We're not used to cold at all. But shout out to Chicago. I love Chicago. Me and Miss Beach went to Chicago in August, and it's my favorite city to visit now. For sure. All right, guys, let me get to the final keys. I'm going to get to the final keys for you guys, okay? Number 7 was recruiting, and I'm going to go back to the other keys in a minute. Number 8, off-season workouts, okay? Cookie, you asked about this earlier. What I do for off-season workouts, okay? Number 1, I do camps, okay? I like to do my camps around March or April, depending on what we need in the demand and the weather. I like to do camps. I use my camps for marketing purposes. This is where I do the food, the barbecues and stuff like that. My camps are more fundamental, okay? With my camps, I'm not trying to develop really, right? Now, we'll do fundamental camps, you know, passing drills and, you know, ladders and stuff like that, you know. But we want kids to come to the camp, have a good time and say, oh my God, I want to play for that football program, right? We may give away free shirts. That's something we do. We give away free shirts that say, you know, our camp was called Level Up Camp. So it'll have, you know, Eastside Warriors and then Camp Level Up. And, you know, the kid take that to school, wear that dry fit shirt to school. And now they're like, man, what team is this? What team you play for? Oh, this is my team. This Eastside Warriors. You know, that's what they do. This is my team. This Eastside Warriors. Now the kid's like, I want a dry fit shirt. I want to play for this team, right? So we do that camp usually, like I said, in March. We may do another one in April, and I like to do the camp for 3 days. So we'll do it like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, okay? Or we may do it Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, okay? That's how we do our camps. We do it just one weekend, and then let's say we do it one weekend in March and then another weekend in April, depending on our numbers, okay? If we hit our numbers, I may not do it again. If we have maybe like a low showing, you know, I may do it again. But these camps are phenomenal to our program and getting our name out there in the spring, okay? So again, if you're taking notes, when I do these camps, I use it to really attract kids to our program. I'm not using it necessarily for development. I use our summer workouts for development, okay? 2 different things. We got camps, we got workouts. Camps, summer workouts. Summer workouts is almost like the military, okay? That's where the strongman beast mentality is made, okay? That's where we're doing 100 jumping jacks. We're doing, you know, we're getting the 70-pound bag, and we putting it on our shoulder, and we're running 60 yards up, and we flipping it 60 yards back. I use my workout regimen is very similar to the military. I really work on the kids to using their own body weight, but also carrying things, almost like you a firefighter, or, you know, you're training in basic. Our summer workouts are, it can be mentally tough. It's the complete opposite of our camps. Our camps are like, oh, Johnny dropped the ball. Oh, okay, it's okay. Let's go. Let's keep going, right? But our workouts is like, hey, we teaching you the diamond. Hey, why are you catching the ball and you're not using the diamond? Let's drop. Let's go. Like it's military, right? And what summer workouts do is it creates the nucleus of our program. It creates the core. It creates the mentality of, you know, how we do everything. You know what I mean? So my daughter just came in. But yeah, so, and of course, like, if y'all got any questions about that, want more details with how I do that, just let me know. I'd be more than happy to answer your questions as it relates to that. But what makes our program good is our summer. Our summer workouts really make the core, and it makes our leaders. So when the other kids come in the fall that want to be on our team, we already got kids who got the mentality and the leadership. So now they're talking to the other kids. Come on, let's go. You know, they're encouraging them, but then they're holding them accountable. Now you got a leadership team. You know, now you got leadership that's not just you and the coaches, but you got kids, student athletes who are leaders, right? And, you know, and for you guys who got like high school aspirations, this is why I say You want to treat your youth football program like a high school prep program, because number one, the high school coaches are going to appreciate it once they get up to that level. You know, a lot of the coaches, they know who my kids are. They play different. They play different. You know, and it's just because of the work we put in the off season and the grind. You know, we don't wait until the fall to start playing football. We really develop hard in the off season. All right, number 9, 7v7 football. And I'm not going to stay on this too long because, you know, 7v7 is something that I don't do a lot in my program. But, you know, if I was coaching youth football, Zach, what's up, my guy? What's up, my guy? But if I was coaching youth football this year, which I'm not, I'm looking to coach higher in high school this year, possibly college, but definitely high school. But if I was doing that, I'd definitely do 7-on-7. Look, guys, we in a new era of football, and 7-on-7 would give you a major advantage with coaching your skill guys. 7-on-7, it's just you're able to install your passing game in the off season, and by the time the fall get here, they're so refined and they're so ready to dominate in the passing game. Teams won't be able to catch up. You got to be different. In other words, you got to be different. Be different. If you don't hear anything else I say in this video, don't be afraid to be different. Do the things that nobody else doing in your league. Run the formations that nobody else is running in your league, and watch the amount of success that you actually have. Be different. That may be my new tagline, man. Be different. All right, guys. So before I get to the last key number 10, before I get to key number 10, I'm going to do a quick review for the people who just came in, okay? Key number 1 is coaching philosophy. Got to have a good coaching philosophy. Got to know your coaching philosophy. Don't go another year not knowing what the hell you believe in and what you stand for, okay? Number 2, you got to build your culture, your team culture, and also know what motivates you. Knowing your coaching philosophy is going to help you understand what your values are, okay? Whether it's hard work, professionalism, teamwork, community, sportsmanship, those are mine. But yours may be completely different, okay? Based on your philosophy. Number 3, coaching staff, okay? You have to choose the right people, okay? Your philosophy and your culture is going to dictate the type of coaches that's going to work great with you. And it's also going to dictate the coaches that don't need to coach in your program, okay? Number 4, X's and O's. Know what type of formations and concepts you believe in and you want to run for your program. Build a system, okay? Develop a system. I may make a video completely separate, completely separate for that. Okay, Zach. Zach said, Coach, be looking for a new Gmail for me. I got you, Coach. I got you. But yeah, you got to make sure what your system is. Mine is the Beast formation. I'm a single wing coach. Okay. I run single wing concept. That's what the Beast formation is. It's single wing. And also wide zone is something that I'm adapting to, and I'm learning, getting better at wide zone. All right. Number 5, organization of practice. How are your practice structured? Do you have a offensive day, defensive day? Do you practice offense consecutively? Like, what do you do? Right? Let me answer this question from Redbeard. How long do you stay with the concept if it's not working? Bro, that's a great question. Bro, if I know something's not working, I will be willing to change my concept like in the middle of the season. I'm willing to do that. Usually though, in the last time something wasn't working for me, I changed it in a year. Okay. I fully changed it in a year. That's a great question. So when I started running the Beast, we was running, the double wing. We was running this jet formation, which is basically like the double wing without a fullback. And, we was running the Maryland I formation. And we was averaging like 14 points a game. We had a really good defense though. Like we was probably the number one or number two defense in the league, but we just wasn't scoring enough, right? And then we got our ass beat by a team that was running the beast. And we got beat so bad, man, that I ended up calling the coach. I called the league, said, can I get the number to the head coach of the Huntington Cowboys? Shout out to them. They don't exist no more, but shout out to them anyway. And me and the coach chopped it up for like 20, 25 minutes. And he said, yeah, man, we run this beast formation. It's nothing but a single back formation, you know. And I'm like, okay, let me look this thing up. And literally in 2 weeks time, no, really in a week time, we ran it the next week. In a week time, we ran it. We just added just a few plays into our concept. And I'm like, damn, we're scoring easy. Like we're getting downfield really easy. And so the next season, in the off season, I went straight beast. I think I still had the double wing in there, but we was having so much success in the beast offense. We just ran the beast, man. And that's when we started averaging, you know, stupid numbers, 35. You would have thought we was an air raid team. You would have thought we was an air raid or something. So we was really cutting up. Let's see. Marla says, how much should I charge a player for 7U 5-on-5 if I'm a new program? That's tough, bro. That's a question I can't really answer because, you know, number one, I don't do 7-on-7 a lot. I would say whatever the league you're in charges, just charge that. And like, if you're trying to do some like uniforms or something, just take whatever the price of the uniforms you try to get. You can add that to the, to the overhead. So like if the registration fee is $100 and the uniforms is, let's say just $40, $50 for easy mouth, you know, just charge $150. That's what I would say. Zach says, this season I will be trying to single wing 2.0 on my own. Do it, man. I love the single wing 2.0. That's left and right. You know, y'all hear me talk about this jet formation that I used to run. And, you know, to be quite honest with you, like the Beast 2.0 playbook is basically my jet formation. We're going left and right. The only difference is the jet sometimes we'll go in the quads. We did quads a lot back in the day, but the only difference is you got more blockers at the point of attack and more leverage in the 2.0, the Beast 2.0, for sure. See, Coach Josh said normally 7v7 charges $20 a session plus $35 each player for tournaments. There you go. There you go. Josh know more about 7-on-7 than me, so I don't want to go too deep on 7-on-7 because I don't know the system as much. And I know leagues are different too, so in that regard. Great question, though. Oh, Zach says, it's crazy, Coach, because every year we do like a little fundraiser, then we have enough for a new football jersey. Yeah, man. Like, you know, every year for us guys, I'm going to tell y'all something because fundraising is one of the keys. It's key 10. I think it's my first time giving y'all key 10. I'm going to drop it. Key 10 is marketing and fundraising. Okay. I'm going to tell y'all, my goal with fundraising is always to make about $3,000 to $5,000 a year. Okay. We're trying to fundraise for $3,000 to $5,000 a year. That's why we don't do a lot of like car washes or bake sales. Cause I mean, that's only going to make us 200, 300, 400, maybe, you know, that's all right. But like I said, I can talk to a business donor or I can put a post on Facebook to say what we're trying to fundraise for. And we can make $500 to $1,000 every time I do something like that. And then before you know it, we done made $3,000, you know, like I raised $6,000 when we needed an 18-passenger van for our youth football program. I raised $6,000 just on Facebook. Just ran a Facebook fundraising campaign and did that. So a lot of y'all don't have to waste y'all time doing these car washes and stuff if you just reach out to people who got the money to give. Like y'all ask people, and I ain't talking about y'all directly, I'm just talking. I'm talking like I'm talking to Miss Beast. You know, like you got to reach people with money. Like, don't talk to people If people don't have money or people are not generous, they're not going to give you no money. Not a lot. They'll give you $5 or $10 if they're having a good day. But, you know, if you really want to make good money, talk to these business owners, these people in real estate, own car dealerships, insurance companies it's a big one. Restaurants, it's a huge one. That's what you need to do. And I see that the Eagles getting their ass beat. They finna go home. They getting their ass beat. See, somebody said, Coach, the Eagles need you. Man, hey, I love to be on that program, in that program. Because, see, the problem with the Eagles is not their talent, it's their chemistry. They are a toxic program. Something happened in this coaching philosophy, in the culture that I was just talking to y'all about. Something has happened. And now what we're seeing is a team that's going through a nightmare season and a total meltdown. That's what you're looking at. So mark my words, after the offseason, people finna start getting fired. They probably gonna fire the head coach. AJ Brown probably out of there. You know, Jalen Hurts not going nowhere. But like heads are gonna roll in the offseason with the Eagles and the Cowboys. The Eagles and the Cowboys, both teams are finna go through a massive transition, I think. But going back to fundraising, guys, look, I'm finna give you a challenge. Have it as a goal this year to raise at least $1,000 minimum. At least $1,000 minimum in your program. And the way you do it is you need to reach out to business owners and people, wealthy people in your neighborhood or in your city. Okay? Don't be afraid. These people are generous. I actually got a free fundraising letter template in my bio just for y'all. Y'all don't have to even write shit. Like, I got it. I already got one pre-written. You just got to plug in your program's name and how much money you're requesting. And like I always say, don't just ask for money. You got to lead with value. What I mean with lead with value is let them know what you would do for them if they're able to give you the money. Okay? And here's another cheat, little hack for you guys, okay? Let them know that you would like promote their brand. Like you would put their company logo on a jersey or a banner out. Like it got to be something that benefits them monetarily. Most of the time, it got to deal with money, right? So if they donate $3,000 and then their logo is on your jersey and you guys have 500 people show up to your games each week, that's a win for them. Because now people are going to look at them nice jerseys they just bought for you, right? And now they got a chance to get a client who's looking to buy a house, for example. If the donor's like a real estate, like it's a real estate company, they can make that money back with one person closing on a house. They'll make 20 grand, 30 grand. That's what they're banking on. Or a car dealership. They'll pay $3,000 for helmets or jerseys or whatever, or to sponsor kids if they know they'll get one person to buy a $20,000 car. So they're willing to make the investment. You see what I'm saying? So, Jay from the Bay, man, you have a good one, man. Thanks for chiming in while you was on your break. Much respect, man. Let me see. Y'all bear with me. I'm making sure I don't miss anything. Coach Josh said we went beast formation mixed with veer inserted. Can't wait to run it this. Man, y'all going to win a lot of games with that combination, bro. Y'all going to win a lot of games. That's awesome, man. All right, let's see. So does anybody have any questions? Does anybody have any questions based on the 10 keys that I talked about? I'm going to open Q&A up, man, for the next 5-10 minutes or so. If y'all got any questions, let me know. Let me know real quick. And I'm looking at the 10 keys to make sure I'm not missing anything on my end. But again, with the fundraising, connect with businesses and sponsor wealthy people. Okay. You know, connect with wealthy people. I'm gonna just say it. You know, I got some buddies who are millionaires that has helped. I got buddies who are, make six figures, and they help, multi six figures, and they help. Like, you talk to people who got money. If you don't have anybody in your circle who have money, first of all, you need to get some people in your circle who got a little money. Okay. Like, just start building that relationship. But if you don't have that at all right now, just start talking to local business owners in your area, the car dealerships, the real estate companies. Sometimes, barbershops are good. Like, they'll give money, but barbershops will give money, but they won't give big money. Redbeard says, with fundraising, you ever get high schools or colleges to donate practice equipment? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You see that helmet behind me, Redbeard? I got another one on the other side here, right there. Yes, I got a buddy who is a running backs coach for Hoover High School. Y'all heard of Hoover High School? One of the top high schools in the country, even though they had a down season this year. I was able to get about 40 helmets from him, donated free from Hoover. Also about 35 shoulder pads donated from Hoover High School. Shout out to him. Also, we had a college, Stillman College. It's a HBCU down here. Literally, this is a hack, y'all. These schools, literally, when they upgrading their equipment, they throw away shoulder pads. They trash them, okay? If you can reach out to these schools before they trash them, you will have 30, 40 helmets, pans, shoulder pads, you name it. You know what I'm saying? And you don't need to get anything. Coach Cookie said, going to sleep, coach. Got to work early in the AM, but it's cool. I want to DM you to chop it up about the youth camp I'm starting. Appreciate you. Absolutely. Thank you so much for your time. Get some rest and definitely DM me, Cookie. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right, guys. Any more questions? Because my phone is about to die. My phone is about to die soon, but I'm here to answer any more questions. And also, guys, if you haven't already, in my bio, I got my playbooks. My biggest playbook, Beast Unleashed, is like 60, 70% off right now. So that's all 13 of my playbooks I have for sale right now, discounted in my bio. So if you've been looking to get a playbook, that's where you go. Just go in my bio and you can get that playbook for sure. Redbeard said, you're the man. Appreciate you, coach, man. You're the man, man. Hey, great questions, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Let's see. Dr. Mauricio, thank you. He said, thanks a lot, coach. Gotta go. Man, you have a good one, man. Thanks for chiming in. Thanks for chiming in. So I think that's my sign too, y'all. I think that's my sign. Everybody's about to go to sleep and my phone is about to die. So look, guys, if you got any questions or anything like that I missed, feel free to DM me. Man, I appreciate y'all so much for the love. I thank y'all so much for your time. Just definitely DM me. And look, I'm going to do more talks like this. I hope y'all got value from this live. Q Money said, you coaching this year? If so, what age? Coach, man, yeah, I'm trying to coach high school this year. So varsity. I'm looking to coach varsity. If I don't coach high school or college this year, I'm not going to coach. I'm not coaching youth. I'm retired from youth football. Okay. I put enough, I put 15 years in at that level. I'm looking to coach at, a high school, a private high school or a college. So that's the age. What's varsity? 16 to 18. That's what I'm doing. All right, guys, that's it. Again, guys, if you got any questions, you're trying to connect to me, go to my bio I got the option to join the Playbook Club if you want closer access to me, okay? And access to all my resources and things of that nature, fundraising guys and stuff like that. If you want my playbooks, they're there too. You get all 13 of my playbooks. I got it like 70% off in my store. Go and get it, beast out, have fun with that to form your X's and O's, your strategy, your system, and also form your coaching philosophy. All right, guys? Let's see, make sure I don't miss anybody. And that's it. So, all right, guys, y'all be blessed. Y'all have a good night. And until next time, beast out. Peace.